hoes mad at me, but you can't turn this bitch up without baby. Now I got them like she want to link with her bestie and turn up. Let's go. Want to link with her bestie and turn up. Some mom got that ass and all of them pretty.
Welcome to another lit motherfucking video. Welcome to episode number 1. Woo! I'm Shelby.
And I'm Sonny.
All right. Yeah, that's it, girl. That's it.
Hey, girl.
This topic is a girl's girl. What is a girl's girl? All things girl's girl. Girl code 901 or girl code.
We're laying out all the tea, everything, all 9 yards.
Period. I'm so excited for this topic. I feel like, I just love women. Like
I love women.
I am such a big like women empowerment. Like women run the world. Like women.
We do this shit.
Yeah, we really do this shit. Like I birth babies out my downstairs, and like women are incredible, bro. Oh my god.
Let's not even talk about the difference in women just being capable to do everything that a man can themselves,
So you know what I mean?
And then some, yeah.
Like, hello, we have periods, we birth babies, we grow babies, we
breastfeed naturally. Yeah. That's a very important one.
Yeah. So
and we're beautiful.
Period. Inside out, the whole nine.
The whole, yeah.
Yeah. So basically we'll just be chatting on here. What is a girl's a girl? Like, let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it. So for number 1 for me, I would think knowing respect and loyalty for my women that are around me, and just fulfilling their space while being in my space, and understanding that we can have lines that are healthy, even if what you do is not everything that I would do, who you hang out with, even though most of who you hang out with is who I hang out with, isn't the same. Like, we don't need to have no disrespect, or we didn't fall out because you incorporate different people that I don't, or different things in your life. I
totally agree. But I do feel like there is a fine line that you draw as far as like, if you're like, I don't know, I feel like for one, first and foremost, like who you surround yourself with is who you are, or who you're gonna be. So if you hanging out with like some people that we're just not on the same like wavelength, like I'm kind of questioning you, you know what I mean? Like, especially shitty people, you know, like if they're people that it's just like, bro, like what are you
doing, sis? Yeah,
like, exactly. Like, I'm gonna check you and be like, you know, but to each their own. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna dog you and say like you're shitty and whatever.
No, but then that's that line of that respect where you, as my homegirl, you seeing things differently than me. Yeah. I gotta be in a mindset where I need to be okay with allowing to be critical, corrected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like constructive criticism almost. Like,
exactly. Because even with us, like, we don't really have to check each other. We know where we stand in our respect, our values, our morals. So we don't really, we don't have to, but it took time. And like, there was moments for you where you had to check me on certain things, and it was how I would respond to things, or how I would interpret things that would allow me to grow. So at the end of the day, also very much yourself and how you feel to accept the way others see your friend.
Yeah, I totally agree. I 100% agree. Like, so here, what's your take? I'm gonna ask you, what's your take on your best friend, your sis, your soulmate, your homegirl, kicking it with people that have done you like hella dirty? That's like some grimy people that like, it don't matter, like you could be on your grown girl shit, but you still never gonna kick it with that person because they're just hella shitty, you know? But like, what's your take on like your homegirl kicking it with people like that? Like, they don't got, like, for instance, me, like, what if I went and kicked it with someone like that you had hella bad blood with, that you're over the situation, you're not holding like, you know,
no grudges,
you're wishing them well, like, but you just know the type of person they are. But like, for me, I'm kicking it with them, not really like on no shady shit, but I'm just kicking it with them. Like, what's your take on that? I want to hear you.
I feel like there's so many different ways that I could look at it, but at the end of the day, like, I'm such a territorial friend, and I want my friends to be treated the way that I hope to be treated. So if someone in my past has done me wrong multiple times, knowing my heart, how open and giving and forgiving I am, then there's a reason I don't surround myself with them. So there's probably a reason I don't want my homegirl, my closest person to me, to be interacting with them. Not even more so out of jealousy, envy, like, oh, she's kicking it with them. I see how she moved. No, sis, watch out, play your cards smart. Like, don't hurt yourself. Like, I would feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, I think that there's people that you still talk to that I'm like, fuck no, I'd never talk to her again. That's that. But at the end of the day, I know that they haven't done you the same way that they did me, and I can draw a fine line between the way that they treat you. If they respecting you as my friend, they doing that. I just like have one person in specific I'm thinking of.
Okay. You're like, damn, who am I kicking it with that you don't be fucking with?
No, you don't even be kicking it with them. Like that ain't that. But like back in the day, you would associate, you would still talk to them, you would still.
I know what you're talking about.
In the beginning, I would have to be like, bro, like I already told her, like this is what happened. But then I would see how you were coming in your heart and the person you were being, even though you understood their character, even though you knew how they moved. You know your boundaries well enough to know I ain't being disrespected in whatsoever with that type of relationship that you carry. So at the end of the day, thinking of you and like the women that I surround myself with, I don't really feel no negative type of way. We so involved and open and in tune with one another. We know when something ain't sitting right. And we usually like, so what's up? Like, you're gonna tell me why you got an attitude, but we rarely like on that type of
I think we only ever had that shit happen when like maybe 2 times, not even like check like
there was one time I remember and you was telling me about my attitude, something about it. And I was just like, girl, and then from there I was like, so do you want to cook dinner? Or are we going for a walk?
Are you coming to my house or am I coming to yours?
On the maps it says you live, so are you coming my way?
I think that's a great way to look at it and to like come by it. I 100% agree. And also like, I don't know, like I always, of course, like I'm open to having new homegirls, like new friends. Like I love making connections. I love
you do.
Like I'm a social butterfly, but by the same token, like I also am extremely open-minded and I can also see right through people. Like I'm not naive. Like I'm in tune with people. Like I can see how you're moving and
very quickly.
And just because like I don't say anything or like cut you off or whatever, it doesn't mean that I don't already know how you're moving. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's dangerous when you get multiple like intuitive women together, not necessarily because it's like a competition, but you're picking up on your things, I'm picking up on my things.
Like exactly.
And so how you're so social when you're picking up on things, you talk to people to feel them out. Me, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing how they walk in and I'm seeing how they carry themselves. How are they talking to other people? So we bring 2 different like powers to like kind of help each other see better all together.
Right. Totally. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. It's honestly like crazy weird how we work that way. But okay, well, I guess like a big one for me is love and support always. Like if you're a girl's girl, you got to love on your girls. You have to support your girls.
Even care for them.
No matter what. Like no matter what. Like I see not like Sonny always says this, like water yourself, water your people, water your girls. Like always be pouring into not only your cup, but pour into your girls' cup, you know, like if they're down, if they feel in some type of way, like pick them up. It's almost like a relationship, and you hear this term all the time. Yeah, you hear this shit all the time, like you're 20% and your partner's 80%. Like that's okay. You don't have to be 50-50 all the time. Sometimes you got to pick your homegirl up, and also like you should be so in tune with your homegirls or whatever.
That bond as a whole.
You just know.
Exactly. How many times, I mean, I would feel like no one in the world would understand me. And here I have my girl sitting in my ear. What the fuck is going up, girl? Like, this is not you. This is not how you act. You don't, like, as soon as she knows I want to be by myself, that's it. I'm coming over. I'm calling your phone.
Something's fucking up, bro. When sis wants to be alone, I'm like, try again.
not happening. So what's the truth?
Yeah, for real.
And I think with that in itself, not only love and encouragement, but you taught me such a big thing of grace in general, and the ability to be able to be raw and real. You're the homegirl that I could be my strongest with, but I was also my weakest with, you know, my happiest, but I could also be my saddest. We go through the most real, raw things that life throws at us, and that's an experience everyone is going to get to have. So in those friendships, being open and being caring and supportive and letting them know that it's a safe space. We're not going to go take your information and twist it. Like, this is a home place. We are a family. Like,
exactly. Like, come in,
I'm eating,
stay a
you're
while.
eating,
Yeah.
I'm smoking, you're smoking. Like, that's the vibes that we are on over here.
Exactly.
Ooh, my freaking camera.
I know. That's why I'm over here laughing, because I'm like, I see you're just flipping a little bit.
I'm just struggling. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Okay, I feel like another big one for my ladies, for my girls. This one I love talking about. So simply put, have you ever been to a women's bathroom in the club when you drunk as hell, when you lit off your booty, bro? Have you ever been to a women's bathroom? Like, oh my God.
It is the best date to ever be on.
Dude,
I mean,
it's better than your whole experience when you're going
in the
out.
bar.
Like, yeah. I'm just hit the women's bathroom. Like, that shit is actually lit.
We helping hold each other's hair, fix each other's outfits. Girl, you look
so
good tonight.
Yeah, literally, you go in and it's like everybody compliment. Like, your makeup could be a little bit smeared off. You was having a night, you're lit.
You're a 10.
Like,
you are.
Oh my God. Yeah, like,
girl, you came out in that fit. You is looking fly tonight.
Where did you get that shirt? Like, it's just a whole experience. And
you'd be surprised what being kind and making someone else feel uplifted. Like, they going out on that dance floor, they keeping those comments with them the whole night, and they get lit as a motherfucker.
Compliment, like, liking someone's shirt or how they did their hair, like, genuinely, like, you don't realize how much that could really, like, impact somebody.
We was talking about going out and stuff like that. So I was just gonna say, when we go out as a unit, when we move as a whole, as females, we are staying in groups together. Safety is top tier when we are out in public, when we are intoxicated, when we are doing that. We ain't doing no drunk driving. We ain't doing no you going with a random guy in an alley. So I think always just making sure, you never know. I'm just saying, for everyone that you surround yourself with, safety is a big thing. So I think that that's such an important part of girl code, is knowing that you can count on your sister to watch you if you're not in the best mind state or place to be public in those types of occasions and stuff like
if you roll up with your homegirl and like whatever, y'all's lit, and then like the night's winding down and your homegirl's ready to go home, like, let's make sure our homegirls get home safe. Make sure you pull up to the crib, she goes to the house, you're not leaving the curb until she's inside. Then you go.
I want to see a wave through the window.
No, seriously, for real. Like, I'm in safe, doors locked type shit. Like, you guys, our world's so crazy. Like, watch out for your female friends for real. Like, it's a crazy world to live in, to be a female. Like,
and especially with the crime and everything like that, have your girls back. Like, be smart about what you guys are doing, and don't be pumping gas or getting money at the ATM after dark.
Period.
Thank you.
Also, like, kind of midline little thing. So we posted a poll and like just a questionnaire on our social media platforms of what it means to y'all to be like a girl's girl, or like what's girl code to you. Like, but that was one of the things on here that someone said, like, what it means to be a girl's girl, or like just girl code. No one leaves the bar alone. You leave, I leave, no questions asked. And that's like, period. Like, there's nothing else to say about that. Like, you leave, I leave. It doesn't matter if you found a cute guy at the bar and you trying to whatever with this cute guy. Like, no, you make sure your sis gets home, you leave, and then y'all can link up later, okay?
Whatever, if you really to link, have him pull up to you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
We full precaution over here. We watch too many documentaries to think that this goody two shoes over here buying you drinks the whole night is really
No, for real though, for real. Like, I mean, I was fortunate, I feel like, enough to have my like college bar scene during, that was in 2016, you know? So like our world was crazy, but it wasn't that crazy. Like, it's when I look back and I'm like, damn, like I was really out here doing all this crazy shit, but it wasn't a scary time then. Like, the world has changed so much since 2016.
I think when we would get a play until the fucking street lights came on. Like, me as an adult, I'm like, okay, 8:30.
Yeah.
Babe, let's go. Like, I'm not going nowhere by myself.
No, for real. And dude, it was crazy. We was driving home the other day and we seen, it was broad daylight, you know, it was like 4:00. And normally, like, dude, that's fine. Like, to walk home from school. She was young. She was probably in like 5th grade and she was walking home by herself, this little girl. And like, me and Jamarin was both like, that's not okay. But back in the day, dude, I used to walk clear to school, clear home to school.
Me?
Clear home.
I was staying home alone at like 7, 8 years old. I knew what I needed to do and what not to do by that age. But in today's time, would I ever let my kids stay home at 7 years old? No, never. Like,
it's crazy. I hate it. But yeah, be a girl's girl.
You're a mom. I'm not even a mom. So
yeah,
the 80 is probably real. It is real.
It's 100% real. Okay, did you have some more things before I hit these ones?
So one of my girls said that it's very important to never let men or guys get in between a friendship, which I think I can agree 100% to. There should not be an ex. There should not be a man that you share with a girl that you consider your sister. There should never be no homie hopping. Like, I don't feel like any type of, that's just point blank period. Shouldn't be. What are you?
Yeah, I never let, like, oh, so you're saying on in a like a sexual relationship trying to wait?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm looking at it that way, but I'm seeing also the perspective of just meaning like time wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I agree with that. Like, no homie hopping, like, like, come on now. But also, I'm kind of thinking in the sense of not letting a relationship get in between your friendship, of the sense of like, say you get with somebody, say like I'm with my partner and like, so I'm not, I just put boundaries to it, you know? Like, I think that sometimes in instances, there's friends who like aren't receiving the same attention that they used to when your best friend is single. So when your best friend is happy in a relationship, this homegirl gets jealous and envious because you're not spending as much time with her or whatever, you know? And I think there is a very clear boundary that you have to make in between that I am in a relationship and I do occupy my time differently now, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you any differently, you know? So I think when you're in the position of being in the relationship, you have to, it is kind of a heavy pressure that you carry on yourself in the instance of like, I have my friend and I have my boyfriend and so I think being just open and honest on with both sides, that like I do want to spend time with my friend, that's important to me, and then to your friend, like I want to spend time with my man, like that's important for me to grow this relationship as well. So definitely don't let your relationships like affect that. And if your friend is getting pissed, like, and you've sat down and talked about it and she's still not getting it, that's probably not your real friend, you know, because a true homegirl is going to understand and be like, okay, yeah, I get it. But by the same token, like, you as the person in the relationship needs to make sure that you are playing your part, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. How many challenges did you and I have? I mean, when we first reconnected, you were a mom, like not a new mom, but you were still a new mom. You were a partner, you know, you had a full schedule. Then I'm coming in and I'm like single. So I'm like, hey girl, I'm going to be with you 24/7. Like there was, all right, well, if you want to be with me this much time, then you're going to have to understand that my family is my priority. Like, and me being respectful. And then when I got into a relationship, everything changed and we still had to be like, okay, this is my best friend. This is my partner. Yeah. It was we got through it. It's because we were open, because we were caring and loving and kind. Like we know what
it's a learning curve for real. Like it is a learning curve, but like
and getting through those obstacles in a partnership, like that's so with a relationship, your significant other, but then having those close friendships, it's just like so empowering. Like, all right, if we could get through all of that, then this girl, my girl for real, like let's go.
I agree entirely. Okay, another one, don't lay up with your best friend's man. Come on, y'all.
That's just for the birds. No.
That's for the birds. Don't lay up with your homegirl's man. Like, come on now.
No.
No, that's just not it. Okay, next. Don't call your friend's man to vent about your man or ask for favors, especially if you barely know each other.
100% agree. That's weird.
Yeah, so that would be like me calling Angel, like venting about Damarin.
Oh my gosh. Angel would probably be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, really, men would be like, I don't want no fucking part of this. Like,
dude, like if you called Damarin, it was like venting about.
Bro, you wouldn't believe what Angel just did.
He would be like, did you mean to call Shelby? Like,
Shelby? No, literally. He'd be like, is her phone dead? Hang on 1 second. Let me give this right to her.
Oh
bless these boys.
I agree though. That's just weird. Like,
that's so
there
weird.
are instances maybe where like I'm friends, like say what if like me and Angel were best friends before like you and I were, and I'm calling Angel, but then like you and I became super close.
Well, then it wouldn't be a problem. We're a family. I even feel like we're a family now. Like sometimes when you guys are planning stuff for me, you reach out to my man. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's like on just random shit. But like I feel like when you're calling and venting about your relationship, like that's more like serious, you know?
Yeah.
It's like what happens like when like, because it's not that me and Angel aren't close, like we're cool and we can talk and whatever, but we're not like homie dogs, you know? Like, so like what if we were like homie dogs, like we were all extremely close, and then I'm calling Angel venting about
Damarin.
I still feel like that's kind of weird.
Could be in some perspectives, yeah, it could be weird, but in other perspectives, like if I know your intentions are pure, you're maybe wanting to see it from a man's perspective, but then at the same token, I would be like, why wouldn't sis FaceTime me so she could chop it up with my man? Like, hey sis, let me ask Angel what his perspective is, or hear me out on this, and then from a man, like, what's Angel's perspective? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's respectful ways to go about it.
Yeah.
When doing those things. It's okay for you to do those things, but people's behavior also kind of makes you think differently about their intentions.
I guess it would just kind of depend on like the scenario and like like I just think it's different for different situations and different like
I'm like it's hard for me to really pinpoint that one.
Yeah. Okay. Women support and encourage women to level up and grow no matter what, whether they're doing better than you or beginning their growth. Women support women. I love this. I feel like that defines girl code, like the different. Yeah, because it's so true. Like there's so many relationships that women are extremely envious of each other, and so they like downgrade their growth and their accomplishments. And I feel like it's so important to like applaud it. Yeah, applaud it all the time. Like, dude, I don't have a vehicle right now. Sis just upgraded to a bomb ass fucking car, like absolutely beautiful, and I'm over here laughing for her, like, you know. And there's no envious behavior. There's all support, always like clapping for each other, and I feel like that is so huge and key to having like a healthy and strong friendship and just being a girl's girl.
So much more meaningful, like safer. How I feel like to feel the way that you do clap for me, you applaud for me. It's like, oh baby, when my sis gets the day that she gets to pull up in her new whip, you better believe it's Christmas for her. Like it's a big feel. Like that's how everyone likes to feel. That everyone likes to feel valued. Everyone recognized, rewarded. So you shouldn't be friends with someone if you are envious towards them or you're not wanting to see them to grow, even if
you
it's
do feel some type of way and you do feel like envious or jealous. Maybe it's just time to look in the mirror and to just do some inner work, you know? Like I feel like being jealous and envious is kind of a normal feeling to feel, especially if it's something that you don't got. Like I think we're all human and it's okay to feel some type of way. However, if you are feeling like that towards like your best friend or something, it's just time
what
to
are you lacking?
Yeah,
exactly. And that's not even an aspect of you're this negative, terrible person, but every single day we grow as one single day. So we're evolving all the time. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if you need to reflect because you're feeling emotions that every human feels on a day-to-day basis. It's just, what could you do better? What are you missing? What could make you happier? How could you enhance your life pretty much? Because it's a never-ending process of bettering yourself, bettering your surroundings, your life as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Okay, the last one, hype each other up, tell each other how gorgeous and amazing y'all are. We kind of touched on that a little bit. Be each other's cheerleader, bro. Celebrate everything, like everything, like
you as a mother, getting a new job, moving to a new place. I mean, battling depression, getting through it. It could be the smallest things, the biggest. Be their cheerleader. That's it.
Exactly.
And then I have one more good one that just came. As sisters or close friends who are with each other all the time, there was one about properly and respectfully using each other's clothes, makeup, and stuff like that. And I think that's a very big important one. Like, be respectful of what other people let you use, borrow, and be understanding as well, because shit goes missing and you could always get new stuff.
Yeah, no, that's for real. I remember in college, I lived with a bunch of my homegirls, like whatever, and we would have like they're like people that they kicked it with, like that not all of us kicked it with together. Like they would come over and we would all kick it, we would drink, smoke, whatever. And like there was times that like money would go missing when these so-called people like came around to our house, like things like that. So it's just like, guys, like we need to just respect each other and respect each other's spaces. And like I don't know, like for me personally, like when I spent the night at your house, like I'm like, hey sis, can I get your face wash? Hey, like even though I knew that she was gonna tell me, like I was like,
still
hey.
polite. No, really. Like the same, hey sis, can I take some leftovers? Hey sis, you got that I want. Like it's literally 30 seconds to ask. What's the worst they're gonna say? No. And then but I feel like as a friend, if you're asking me, I'm not gonna be like, fuck no, homie. Like, why didn't you bring your stuff?
I always used to get so mad at like Sonny, because like for me, like I'm an extremely like open book. I'm talking changing in front of me, like I don't give a fuck. Like I done birthed the baby. Everyone's seen my massage, like I don't care. But I would get not pissed, but I would be like, stop asking me, or like stop saying sorry, or like whatever. Like I don't care. Like you are my home. Like do what you need to do. But by the same token, like you just know when people are using you or like using your space and not respecting you. And that's when you draw the line and it's like, okay, you need to ask. Like, can you please just you get on my nerve? Like for you, I don't care. Like you could go in and use all my tampons. Exactly. But there are some people that I just catch a vibe from that I'm like,
how many? No, truly. And as you go, you'll get it. And that's that boundary stuff that you got to learn. You're encountered with so many people, especially as you level up. You're going to have acquaintances. You're going to have friendships. You're going to have sisterhoods, differences in all of those relationships. So, 100%.
Okay.
Oh, jinx, you owe me
100
and 8.
All right, I can do that. All right, the last one that I have is you have to respect yourself to be my friend. For real, for real.
For real.
And I kind of agree with that more. I think that kind of stems back from like you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're hanging out with people who really have no self-respect and are out here slinging their downstairs like it's nobody's business, and that's not the same shit that you're on, like y'all ain't
we got no
like I can't be your homegirl, like I can't be associated with you type shit, you know? Like
no, really. I mean, and it's even more than just being a hoe. I mean, how do you treat people? The way how do you move? How do like can you keep a like I don't know, I just have certain
can you keep
for
a
the
job?
Yeah, bro, I was about to say, but I just have certain standards for the people that I'm gonna associate myself with. So I ain't dogging you if you can, but just know you ain't in my circle. That you ain't eating at my table, but I still got love for you, you know?
Exactly. And that's okay. Like you want to be on that, that's completely okay. Like I'm not judging you. Go do what you do, but like that's not how I move. So it's just
for you to level up. You know what I mean? It's for hate. Like I see so many people from our hometown just like stuck in the hometown and like not evolving, and it's like I moved 45 minutes away. I evolved into this beautiful woman that I love, and then I'm getting ready to prepare to evolve to another place, and now I have a great partner, and it's just like I'm so excited. I don't understand how people can just settle themselves in like this dead end. Like, so I just pray for them very much to like find that spirit and find that voice in them to go do something different, go do a new education, go do a new job, go something new. Like there's so much out there.
There was this quote that was like the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself is move out of your hometown.
Amen.
And that's facts.
Well, and so I move out of that hometown. Now I'm in this hometown and I need to get out this hometown.
Yeah, but I feel like growth is growth. And like when I moved out of my hometown, I literally moved to the same town. I moved 45 minutes away, but I didn't know anybody. I literally went to college knowing no one. Like I literally knew nobody. Like it's so many people from different places coming and meeting at one spot. And so like when you moved down there, like, yeah, you knew of people, but you didn't know nobody. You weren't coming down here like, hey, I'm gonna move down here so I can hang out with so-and-so. Like, no, you was moving down to get out from where you were. And I think it's important to clap for that. Like, clap that we only moved 45 minutes away, but we still got out of our hometown. Yeah, it was a little thing, but it's still big, you know? Like,
no, 100%. I am so thankful for me leaving that behind. And like I said, I love this woman that I am, but I can only imagine like the woman that I'll continue to come because I strive for those things. I'm very ambitious, just like you know?
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Well, that's all that I have as far as, you know, people commenting and stuff. But I think moral of the story, like girl code, like
is a big deal.
You need to take some notes on girl code if you don't know what girl code is. Period. Like be a girl. Like it don't mean that just because like you don't have a whole bunch of homegirls, it doesn't mean that you can't be a girl's girl. It doesn't mean that you can't love and support other women that are next door to you. You know, love your neighbor, love the women in your life, uplift the women in your life. And yeah, that's all I kind of have.
Love the story. Take care of our women.
Yes, period. Well, all right. That concludes tonight's episode number 1.
Number 1 of our baby.
Yes.
And stay tuned because we got another one coming next Thursday.
We have another episode coming, and then we also have a vlog coming as well. So stay tuned. Can't wait to see y'all, and see you in the next episode. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Hey, baby. No boys allowed. No boys allowed.
No boys.